What's up to all you marks out there, and welcome back to the Exposed Turnbuckle. You know me as Patrick. This is my co-host, Jay, the Mac Attack, and we are here to bring you your official Smackdown review.
Better show.
Sorry that it came a little bit late. Had to adjust. The lady's getting a kitten. I'm getting a new job. My whole world is in shambles right now.
So. AK, he's adulting.
Hey, happy wife,
he actually has to work.
Happy wife, happy life. I know, right?
That's it. It wasn't even about the kitten. It was about the job.
The last 3 weeks was crazy. People are probably like, dude, why is this guy on Twitter all the time? And it's because I was not working. I was enjoying the longest vacation probably since I graduated high school.
Yeah,
no joke.
He goes at 9:30, looks at me, he's like, do you want to just, what are you doing tomorrow? Do you want to just come after work and cut the review? Because I'm tired. I have to work in the morning. I'm like, welcome to my fucking life.
Yeah, right. For sure. Yeah, so I will be going to, starting today, orientation was first shift, but I will be on second shift hours way into the night. So we're either going to have to figure out whether Jay's going to do it solo, whether I'm going to do it solo.
You might see a couple solo ones from me. You might see him doing the solo ones later, and you might see it the next day.
Well, actually, this would actually be a good video to ask this question. All right, so we always ask for comments in the box below, but now we actually kind of want them. So,
well, we've always wanted them, but it comes in handy right now. It's
So would you guys rather see a current review right after the show, or would you rather, and Jay would be hosting it, or you would have to wait until I get home at 4, watch it, and the video probably wouldn't be up till 8 or 9 in the morning the following day. Or another thing that I've kind of been playing with is having Jay send his review, and then I'll kind of split screen it, and then so I'll just kind of pause his videos when I want to chime in. And we could do it that way also. So you have 3 possible options.
Listening to you.
Exactly. Whatever you guys want is whatever we'll give you. So.
Now, my personal take is doing it later than right after the show. And the reason why is because everyone is going live after the show. So there's not really, Joe Cronin's live. Everyone's doing kind of a live
Stiff
recap.
competition, bro.
So, yeah, I mean, you know what I'm saying, though? It doesn't really matter if we post it, per se.
Yeah, we're you know, we know.
It's up to you. I'm happy to do it, of course. I know he's good with doing it, but the dual reviews might be less and less because he works second shift, I work first.
Pretty much what we can always guarantee is a dual prediction and a dual pay-per-view review.
Yeah, back to what we were doing when we first started, basically.
Yeah, essentially.
Except without Battle of the Brains, because that.
All right, so we had the go-home show for the Money in the Bank pay-per-view, and wow, touche to SmackDown, this was a good one.
I'm looking forward to this pay-per-view a lot, actually.
We opened up with the New Day coming out, and
the entrance was better than Raw.
New Day in New Orleans, New Day should just stay in New Orleans. That entrance
perfect.
Was hot, dude. I loved it.
Tailor-made. New Orleans is tailor-made for the New Day entrance.
Jay actually commented while we were watching, oh, there goes the Mania thing. It's
now what are they going to do? I mean, I guess they could have, floats and stuff go down the ramp, because the ramp's probably going to be, a whole football field.
Yeah, true. So
that'd be sweet, actually. A whole, Mardi Gras parade as the entrance. That'd be sweet. I'm just saying, that'd be really cool.
All right, so New Day came out saying that they're going to take their titles all the way to Mania because Mania will be back in New Orleans. Usos came out saying that they're all, you guys are all into something.
That was my New Day gyration.
Breezango comes out and says that their day one is not so H anymore.
Which a sign in the audience differed.
And then the Cologne said that they're rent-a-cops. So I literally just highlighted the opening segment in a sentence by each of them. It ended up being a double tag team matchup. So it was the Usos and the Colognes versus the New Day and Breezango.
It was actually a pretty good match. I know
got a lot of time.
I know you went to get some fresh air because it was hot as balls.
Oh yeah, dude, sticky as shit.
It was hot as balls yesterday, worse than Monday. But I watched a lot of it, and obviously with the picture-in-picture, I got to see it more. For an 8-man tag match where I would argue one of the teams no one gives a shit about, One of the teams with Breezango is like half and half. Some people just don't give a shit, and some really do actually want them to do well. I would say a lot of them want to do well, but the clones no one cares about. So it's all about the New Day and the Usos with their feud. I said it at the time. I think Colognes and Breezango will be a kickoff show match. Even with Colognes saying they actually taunted him during the promo, saying that they'll get there. Breezango will get theirs. Blah blah blah. Anyway, so I expect that. It was a really good match. Your typical. It got a lot of time actually.
Yeah, this ran for like at least half an hour.
But it was basically your typical tag match with the face kind of getting. I forgot actually who pinned. It was the New Day pinning the Colognes. With an apparently new finisher.
Yeah,
it's like a double team Finn Balor.
It's like a back-breaking coup de grace.
Yeah. It was actually looked really cool because like it looked like it hit him dead in the face, and I'm like, wow, okay.
Shaming Balor, shaming. So pretty much this just sets up, like Jay said, the pay-per-view outings.
I'm looking forward to that match too, by the way.
New Day gets some steam going over the Colognes, which I thought was going to happen anyways before I even stepped out. Yeah. I said I don't even have to watch this because
we know the result.
New Day was going to pin the Colognes, but this was a great opening segment. Obviously, you can't really fuck with Raw's opening segment, but this was pretty good. So next up, we had a AJ Styles, Shinsuke Nakamura, and Sami Zayn promo in the back. Basically, Styles and Shinsuke are kind of talking shit about Zayn. They're like, "Oh man, like this guy gets hyped up for
and then Zayn comes in and does his Venus strategy."
So what are we gonna do, guys? I mean, like I have a ton of. Then he's just talking like an ADHD kid, and he's just like.
Apparently, that's his character trait.
I dug it,
but we've seen it. The funniest part was Shinsuke at the end. That was funny.
He was just like. Styles like looked at him. Like,
they both looked at him like, "What?
Yeah, you feeling this dude?" And then Shinsuke's like, "I like him.
I kind of like him." And then
just see like that, like
yeah, that's it.
Don't make Shinsuke talk.
Yeah, he's like
put him in situational spots where he can be situationally vicious or situationally funny. Do not give him
that was perfect. Lines. He was like, "I kind of like him." And then Styles like, "You would," and that was it. That was perfect.
Really
That's
good.
Exactly how they have to do it.
So then we go into a Mojo promo. Basically, he was saying that, he didn't really sweat the loss that much because he's just going to use it for motivation. But really, this promo was just a way to introduce Zack Ryder back on screen. Zack Ryder is back.
Good for him because I've always liked Zack Ryder.
And Mojo's not ready for it.
That's a bad injury, a patellar injury. That is brutal. And 6 months on the dot, he was right back.
Yeah,
and Mojo's not doing anything.
Yeah, Mojo's not doing anything. He had 5 minutes of fame, I guess you could call it, but
that wasn't even about him. It was about getting Gronk on TV on Mania. That was it.
Like the Hype Bros are a good tag team. They're
Get ready for the heel turn.
Yeah, they're a good addition for the roster. They can do the heel turn.
I'm pumped. They have to do a heel turn with Zack Ryder. There's no reason.
Me personally, I would just keep them as is because
no.
What? All right. So realistically, if you were to split up the Hype Bros, what would happen? One of them would probably get.
They're gonna lose matches. Feud. They're gonna lose matches, but probably against
just more jobbers.
You'll see 3 weeks of them doing tag matches. It'll basically be the Goldust R-Truth storyline.
But it's more of WWE needs tag teams, especially because you've seen what happens when just one goes out, like with the Revival. The whole fucking division sucked after that. So you need more shit, and you don't need any more mid-cop jobbers. You have plenty of
They have tag teams. They're just not using them. They have these.
I like the Hype Bros.
They have the Ascension, American Alpha. They're just that have not been on TV. So it's not like they don't have tag teams.
Well, Ascension
they just don't have tag teams in storylines, which makes them irrelevant.
Ascension got a circle jerk in. Ascension.
But that's my point. They aren't relevant tag teams because they're not in storylines. Because
they're bad. Because they're not getting over.
They're not in storylines, so they don't get over.
And speaking of,
Zack Ryder heel turn.
We are officially putting out a MIA on the Alphas and fucking Ty Dillinger.
Yeah,
what are you doing, bro? Why is Ty Dillinger not on television? It makes no sense whatsoever.
This last one, it makes sense because it's a go-home show for Money in the Bank. He's not on the card. There's been no story for him, so there's no reason to have him on this card or on this show. Hopefully, after Money in the Bank, they come up with something for him.
What I would do after that suit. After Money in the Bank, you have the Smackdown, right? Rusev makes his debut, cutting a promo, And then he's demanding like a title shot, like, because that's the shit he was talking about like a month ago. Shane comes out and he's like, nah, I don't have it, but I have an opponent for you. Boom, Ty Dillinger. Instant feud for both of them. Ty Dillinger gets to work with Rusev, who's a really good worker, and will put him over. Yeah, that would be a really good one.
Or, if, to your point, give someone with Ty Dillinger, make them a fucking tag team, then you have another good tag team.
Yeah, true.
If you want him on TV and
bring back Bo. We want Bo Dallas.
No, he's on Raw, hopefully. I think
he's a free agent.
Well, he's probably cut soon.
All right, so we have a women's matchup. We have the women's champion Naomi taking on
This was
Tamina.
surprising for a couple reasons, by the way, but sorry.
I'll let you take it. Go for it.
No, it was Naomi versus Tamina. Going into it, I had really no expectations. Lana came out in her dress, ballroom gown, to watch, basically. But what I was really impressed with, and probably some of it has to do with Naomi, but Tamina actually looked like she had some offense, like some really good moves outside of the super kick. She looked kind of dominant during this match, and Naomi sold really well. Naomi ends up winning the match as expected, but it wasn't in a way that made Tamina look weak. She actually looked really strong in the match, which surprised me because I think of her as weak. So, but yeah, Naomi versus Nia Light, and Nia Light looked good. I'm calling her Nia Light forever.
Nia Light.
But that was the first surprising thing that happened. And then, as Naomi's celebrating, you see Lana taking off her heels, which you didn't catch. I did catch that.
I was like, is she wrestling in heels right now?
No, I caught her taking them off outside of the ring. But she came in, hit Naomi with a forearm, and at this point, my thought process was, oh, great. Like, this is not going to be anything. And then she picked Naomi up and hit this single leg power bomb, spine buster type thing.
It was like a single leg.
I thought she was going to try a suplex, but she like picked her up single leg and then just did like a spine buster sit down power bomb. And I was like, holy shit. Like,
oh, dude, the whole crowd popped. They were just like, oh my god.
We both were watching like, whoa, okay.
Where the fuck did that
So now I'm looking forward to this championship match. I want to see what the hell that she can do. Like,
yeah, for sure.
That was a hell of a finisher. And I'm like, okay.
Can Lana go aerial? I mean, that would be dope.
I'm like, okay, I see you, Lana. Like, I hope that's the... Literally, she did one finisher on Naomi in a post-match attack and has more offense than Jinder Mahal. Has better moves than Jinder Mahal with one move.
And it was just a great play because it was so subtle. She didn't reveal the move set. Lays down this badass looking finish that we haven't seen before in Naomi.
And Naomi sold it well.
Now we're all talking about it, which is exactly what you want.
It was perfect because we haven't seen a match from her. Gave us just enough to be like, okay, we're interested in this match a little bit. And I want to see what she can do. So that was just a very surprising segment with Tamina looking good. Naomi obviously did what she does best at selling, and Lana looked strong. So I thought it was a really good segment between those, which I would have guessed would have probably been the weakest segment of the night going in if you gave me the card. But sure. I loved it.
All right, so moving on, we had a Jinder Mahal.
Sorry,
promo.
This might have been the weakest one if I picked.
Yeah,
Jinder promo.
I honestly don't really remember a lot of what he said. It was just a bunch of yada
Same
yada.
thing as always.
Jinder Mahal shit. Randy Orton.
No, it was actually Cowboy Bob Orton. No.
I come for you, Randy Orton. And then, so pretty much he's talking shit about Bob Orton. Now I remember a little bit.
Bob Orton.
Talking shit about Randy's dad. And then so Randy's music hits. So he sends his Singoons out to go get him. And it's just it's this classic heel move.
It's so dumb.
They're both looking down the ramp like, when's he coming out? And he even said it. He's like, if you look at the guy's entrance and he doesn't come out for like 5 to 7 seconds, he's probably coming from somewhere else.
He's coming from behind you. Like, the heels are always so stupid.
Especially Orton. Because...
Actually, all wrestlers, because it happens with heel people too. Like, faces were like, well, where are you coming? Come on.
Come on, I'm ready for you.
It's like,
come on.
How many times does someone, after 7 seconds, be like, all right, I'm coming? Like, obviously they're coming from the crowd or under the ring. It happens every single time. Yeah. But that's just WWE logic. Like, no one...
Go back to the well.
We always... Yeah. Like, you see a bunch of things where heels cheat to win because the heel play... Or the face plays stupid. Like, just stupid stuff like that. Logically makes zero sense. But They keep doing it.
It's whatever.
But it was a good RKO.
Yeah, so
Sorry, I think I spoiled it.
Spoiler alert.
My bad.
This kid.
Yeah, I mean, a day after.
Who brought him? Who brought this kid?
Almost 24 hours after SmackDown. Spoiler alert.
So Jinder gets an RKO out of nowhere. Huge pop. And then Randy Orton is sitting out in the stands, pretty much just eye-fucking the shit out of Jinder and the Singh brothers. And that is how that promo ends. So, do I still give a shit about this feud? Hell no.
But at least they got together, like in the ring on TV.
Randy Orton got probably his last valuable RKO for a while out of this promo. He's not going to beat Jinder.
But just make Randy Orton a heel and have him feud with someone. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't even know where you would do
him
with
feud with Sami.
Have him go in the indie league. He's made so many friends over there. But
it could be Corbin while they wait for Jinder Mahal and Cena to end.
So,
anyway, that's whole. We could talk about at the Money in the Bank prediction.
All right, and so like we had the face promo earlier, we have the heel version. It's Owens, Ziggler, and Corbin.
And whoa, logic.
So
actual logic.
Owens comes in, and now he's the mouthpiece, and he's like, all right, I mean, like, look, we could go out there, we could kick the shit out of each other, and be all banged up for the match, or we could all team up just for a little bit, kick the shit out of these guys, and then it's pretty much just us battling. So then Corbin and Ziggler are just kind of like, whatever.
Corbin's like, I hate you. And Owens like, I don't like you either.
Yeah, right.
They actually had really good back and forth between all three of them in this promo.
It was good. Pretty much just sets up like a little bit of unity, like.
But it's logic, like
because we saw the heels turn against each other last week, so now it's just kind of like, all right, guys, let's just time out for a little bit, let's just get this shit done and then move on.
It is kind of funny. I saw this on Twitter last night, and it's kind of funny that Owens is the one to talk sense because he's left so many tag team partners in his career, and it's like of all the guys to say, well, let's team up. It was Owens, and actually he was the one who was about to break it until Corbin. But
it's like, I promise I won't hit you. I promise.
Yeah, later in the show. But as leading up to the 6-man tag, which is just another way to protect all their banged up superstars.
Then we dip into Charlotte versus Natty, and this was the match of the night, in my opinion, probably the match of the week.
Well, if it's the match of the night here, it's the match of the week, because I can tell you nothing on Raw is going to get that.
Yeah, I mean, I can't even really remember
the tag match,
Raw match. So
the tag match with the New Day, the 8-man tag match, was better than anything Raw did.
There was a lot of back and forth action. Natty was pretty much, they were both equally as strong. There was a lot of false finishes. There was a lot of near falls, a lot of drama. Charlotte hit a couple of really nice moonsaults, and Natty ended up losing to the natural selection, which kind of looked a little bit sloppy, but, not going to nitpick. But, so pretty much it was Charlotte versus Natty. We've seen this a lot, but
if you
this
saw
was
it in
probably
NXT,
one of their, this was one of their better performances.
If you saw the match in NXT when Charlotte first won the championship, you knew when, like, we've been looking forward to seeing them ever since Charlotte went to SmackDown, looking forward to seeing them in the ring because they put on a match every single time. This was no different. And honestly, like you said with Match of the Week, I tend to agree. I really like this one. But every match on SmackDown was better than Raw. Every one. I'm telling you right now. The worst match from SmackDown was better than the best match from Raw this week. Raw mailed it in. They saw the finals. They're like, fuck it.
And this is what happens when you don't have crappy 3-on-3 women's matches all the time. You split them up. You take them one-on-one, and you let them run, dude. They can do it on their own. They don't need to hide behind a stupid gimmick match.
Well, the reason they do that is because
they introduce people.
Well, no, they need to get other matches in as well. Basically, when you have 2 women's matches, that's just obviously more time. So I would love to see. The only knock against this one is that they didn't have more time. Because I think they can really tell a story with time. And I'm hoping that eventually in the SmackDown pay-per-view line, they get a chance to go one-on-one and actually have a long match with time. And I'm actually hoping Natty is the one who wins Money in the Bank.
Well, I
don't expect it, but I'm hoping.
I would like to see Carmella win, because then you would have Carmella.
That's what I expect.
Carmella cashing in, winning, and then you'd have Natty being salty that the kind of like the the less important person in the clique, just like how are you gonna take the belt? Like, I deserve to be the champ, and then you can do Natty versus Carmella, and then maybe you could have Carmella go face, because I mean Carmella would be really easy to twinge to go face.
I feel like Natty would be the easier one to make face out of the two.
I don't think so.
Carmella's a much better heel because she just has that kind of personality where you're just like, I hate this girl.
It's just because her voice is annoying, but all right. So next segment we have. Fashion Files.
This wasn't really good. It actually started really funny because he said, I have a bad taste in my nose, and that made me laugh. But after that, this is only just furthering the storyline of their office getting trashed. This time it was just Breeze getting attacked.
Yeah, they're running out of zing on that.
But I did like Sami Zayn's picture on the bulletin board saying generic. Because, no, that's not because he's generic, by the way. If you've seen him in the Indies, his name was El Generico. So it was a callback to his indie days, and
I did not catch that.
That made me laugh.
I did not catch that.
Just because I did follow him in the indies for a bit there with Kevin Owens, actually.
All right, so then we had the main event featuring all of the men in the Money in the Bank. It was all right. It was about 9:50, I believe, once all the entrances were over.
I think it started at 9:40. Or 9:35.
I know Shinsuke did not go on until at least 9:45. So.
Yeah, well, I think it started the Fashion Files ended at 9:35.
It was pretty quick.
There's a lot of entrances.
Yeah, all entrances. Entrances lasted way longer than the actual match. Yeah. So Sami hit a haluva kick on Corbin, so he gets the win over Corbin, which pretty much almost eliminates him from winning on Sunday, in my opinion.
Corbin?
No, Sami.
Oh, Sami, yeah.
Yeah. Sammy's
pretty
much done.
They always make the guy lose.
So after the heels have a bit of saltiness in them, so Owens and Ziggler attack Sami with a chair. Then Corbin knocks Owens and Ziggler out of the ring, and then he starts climbing the ladder.
Was it a chair or a ladder? I think they attacked him with the ladder.
Yeah, it might have been.
Yeah, I think it was a ladder. Obviously, with the ladder match, I think they used the ladder. But anyway, they attacked.
Yeah, so Corbin's climbing the ladder. Shinsuke knocks him off, gives him a Kinshasa, and then SmackDown ends with Shinsuke getting up there, taking his sweet ass time.
He hasn't done this match before.
Yeah, getting that suitcase off. Maybe he could have run it a couple more times, but the show ends with the crowd cheering and Shinsuke holding up the Money in the Bank briefcase. Did it look good? It looked weird.
The Money in the Bank briefcase on him?
No, yeah, it looked weird seeing him.
I think it was the right move because
it's a good way to end the show.
I think you want to have a face there too, kind of getting on top of everybody, last man standing. Sami, I guess they could have done Sami, but that's less believable. I think Nakamura, everyone thinks he's going to get the push,
yeah, they went for the big pop.
Could have had Styles and Nakamura. Honestly, anyone finishing would have been fine. I think it's the right move with Nakamura, make it more believable that he might win. I don't think he will, but I'll talk about that more on Friday. I thought the match was pretty good for what it was. It was clearly, you actually saw a patch on Nakamura's back, so he's got a banged up lower back. I know because I wore those patches last week, so I knew exactly what it was immediately. And then you have Owens' thumb. So this was just really protecting.
It was a way to let the workers work and just kind of let the stars recover a little bit while getting their intros in and letting the fans see.
They all got some time, but it wasn't a way where it was just focused on them. Like it was Owens and Nakamura last week. Kind of gives them a little bit of recovery while still being involved in the story. So that was smart on their part. And that's really what the match was. You want to put on a show, but you want to protect them going into probably what's going to be a hellacious match.
So what would you give SmackDown?
I gave it a 7.5. I would say it's probably the best show of the month, in my opinion. It was the first time in what feels like a while that I was actually tuned in, engaged in the show. It's felt like, even with SmackDown, I'm not just saying Raw, SmackDown as well, has really felt for a while that it's like, Jesus, is this over so we can just cut this review?
Yeah, dude.
This is the first time where I thoroughly enjoyed. And with the Go Home show, the point is to make you interested in the pay-per-view coming up. Check. They did it. Wasn't interested in the Women's Championship that much. check. I'm interested. Obviously, the Money in the Bank ladder matches, I was interested. Check. Tag match, we've seen it, but still interested. Check. So they keep checking the boxes. I'm interested in basically the entire card on Sunday. So they did their job. 7.5 for me.
I would agree. I would have gone a solid 8, but I really hated the Fashion Files. So
it wasn't a good one.
Negative half point, but still 7.5 in this day and age. Like, that's fucking amazing.
That's hard to achieve.
The highest ranking I've personally ever given a show, I'm pretty sure. So yeah, this was great. Like Jay said, it made you very invested in the pay-per-view. Actually excited to see this, and I think that it will live up to the hype too. I think that the talent and the storylines are going to accumulate into a solid 8 out of 10 pay-per-view.
You take away like Mania and the Rumble, I think this I might be looking forward to this pay-per-view more than any other one this year so far.
I would agree. All right, so we are going to wrap this up. Let
us know what you want us to do for future videos by commenting and subscribe.
Yep, and I'm going to drop the hot spots and total flops tomorrow. There will not be a news piece by Jay because we will be doing the prediction video for you guys. And then right after Money in the Bank, we will cut a review also for you. So be sure to like, be sure to subscribe, and until next time, you crazy kids, see ya.